Hello, adventurers, and welcome to Grognard and Friends, your friendly neighborhood Grognard here. Your very weary Grognard here, and I'm coming to you from the secret underground bunker between worlds, far beneath scenic Grognard gables, where along with my very patient and wonderful friends that I love with all my heart for their way to work with me and to help us get back on track, we play a little game that we know as Dungeons and Dragons. And welcome to October, friends, the official month of Grognard and Friends. For all of your spooky thoughts and desires, check out October on a calendar near you. And before we begin, a huge shout out to Papa Gaius's chat children. You're doing a wonderful job. We hope you're still out there. So now, let's check in with the friends and start this week's episode of Grognard and Friends. When last we left our friends after getting split up at the funeral of one of the 10 blades being held at the Black Cathedral, the friends met back up at the Stone's Throw and discussed all that they had learned. And with Reed antsy to finally get a hold of his armor once more, they set out for the eastern districts, but with a brief stop in the market for some clothing and directions. So when last we left off, Gaius was talking to a doily salesman, and Nikita was paying for some new clothing for Butt Trumpet. Now, unfortunately, Cheryl, who plays Nikita, is under the weather this evening and won't be joining us. All of our thoughts are with her, and we hope that she feels better soon. Oh, and by the way, Cheryl, just so you know, everyone here blames you for the technical difficulties because you weren't here, but no pressure. So, Butt Trumpet, Nikita is busy paying for your new clothing, and as she is doing this, you notice a small boy enter the tent and look around. He's just a little taller than you and is dirty and dressed in old and tattered clothing. And as he starts looking around, the woman starts scolding him and telling him to leave and that he needs to have a parent here if he's going to be around.
Oh, well, I'd very much like to attempt to charm this person to believe otherwise.
Oh, okay. Oh boy. Hold on. I gotta look something up here.
It's never good to start.
Okay, well this should be fascinating. So the woman kind of turns and looks to you, Butt Trumpet.
Yes?
And she kind of gives you a strange look. And all of a sudden you start feeling a little strange too. You start feeling things around your stomach. And if Nikita was here, she would notice that this kind of large potato sack of a outfit that you're wearing at the moment is starting to move, and all throughout the inside of it, it's almost like little fists are punching out, and it's like they're growing. There's more of them until you start to swell up, and it starts to bulge, and there's all these little bumps coming out through the cloth. And then suddenly, from at the very bottom of this sack where your feet are, hundreds of little things start rushing out and running in all directions. They are all different colors. They are bright greens and reds and blues and yellows and oranges and pinks. And they are then the similar colors covered in polka dots of different colors and stripes and little different chevrons and just tons of them. And they just keep pouring out and out and out from underneath your outfit. And eventually, each one is a furry, fuzzy little size of what might be the equivalent of a lemon or a small citrus. And you are starting to vibrate and having a hard time kind of keeping a hold of yourself. So you grab a table and these things just keep flowing out, running in different directions. The woman next to you starts to scream. The little boy runs out. You you start to get a look at what this is that's coming out from underneath this outfit of yours, and it takes a little while, but you notice that they are all, every single one of them, are little bunnies. And there's hundreds of them. By now, there's thousands of them that have been just kind of wave after wave exiting from beneath your outfit and going in all different directions. And you see this wave of multi-different colored rainbow bunnies with all sorts of little designs on them going in every direction. And they're bright colors. They have all sorts of strange symbols on them, and polka dots and stripes and chevrons and little triangles, and after about 2 minutes it starts to subside, and you notice that the number of bunnies coming from beneath your robes are beginning to diminish, and there's less and less of them. And as you look over, the dwarven woman who sold you your outfit is standing on top of one of her tables, holding up her skirts and screaming. And you all of a sudden you hear screams from out in the marketplace as well, from all over. And you see people running around. And eventually there's like only a handful of bunnies that are escaping, and they're running around, they're going underneath tables, they're going to other people's tents. The market has suddenly turned into a madhouse, and people are screaming and rushing around. You hear people what sounds like swiping brooms and boards and all sorts of things, and you hear, get him! Oh, what do they do? Oh my God! And then all of a sudden, you know that a little bit further down from you is where a lot of the produce is, and people are going apeshit down there. So, Butt Trumpet, what do? You seem to have cast Charm Person on a woman standing on top of her tables, who is screaming at the top of her lungs, and she turns around and points at you and says, "You! What did you do?"
At which point, Gaius walks into the thing. He's like, taking a swig of wine. He's like, "This is kind of hair raising, but I think we need to leave."
Hey, guys, you're down at a doily salesman.
My dad. Well, I figured the flow of rabbits would have attracted my attention.
It's quite possible.
I just want it to be nice. Oh boy.
Jazir and Reed, you were probably nearby, knowing that Nikita and Butt Trumpet went in there.
I will run in to see if they're okay. Is everything okay? Is everything what? Who?
You see these bunnies everywhere, and a lot of them have run out. There are still a few coming around. Some are up on tables. Butt Trumpet looks shocked and a little nervous. There's a woman on a table screaming, holding up her skirts, pointing at Butt Trumpet. Nikita seems to be sneezing up a storm. She can't seem to stop herself from sneezing.
Okay. Can I grab one?
Yeah, well, you can try.
Can I grab a bunny?
Yeah, give me a what?
Would that be animal handling?
Dexterity check.
Are you trying to do it kindly, or just grab anything you can?
Well, yeah, I don't want to hurt it.
Then
So
give me animal handling, please.
Boy, this is what my character gets for trying to be nice.
It's a 12.
It takes you a few times to try to reach different ones. And you'll like go to pick it up, and it'll just kind of like squirt through your hands like a bar of soap. And they'll like run off. Eventually, you are able to get a hold of one, but it takes about, probably about 5 different times before you're actually able to get a hold of one. And this one is bright lemon yellow with kind of neon pink polka dots, and each one of the pink polka dots is surrounded by a ring of purple.
Whoa, okay, you are delightful. And I'll sort of be like holding it. Are you a rabbit salesman? I'll say to the woman on the table.
She's like, get out! Get out of here! Get them all out of here!
Okay.
Oh, wow, look at my wrist. I think we ought to go.
All right. Yeah. Hey, come on. I'll just sort of rally everybody. All right, time to go then. Sorry, your rabbits got away, ma'am.
And the woman
I say
seems
we
to be
spin
fuming.
on
And,
out.
What was that?
Reed stayed outside, and I tried to put as many as I can in my tunic.
okay.
Just start stuffing them in if I catch them.
Give me
I
an
said pick it
animal
up
handling
again.
check.
That's a 9.
Okay. You get them and like lift them up and stuff, but whenever you like get them up to a certain level, they jump out of your hand. They jump on your head and away. You just can't. Like I said, it's like trying to get a hold of wet soap in the shower with that has attitude. They just keep like slipping through your fingers and like one goes down your shirt and then down out the bottom. You get a couple that like almost go up your pant legs and then turn around and scoot around another way. It is a madhouse at the moment. The market is just in total chaos down at this end. And Nikita is with you, but is just sneezing up a storm. She is unable to like control herself at this point.
Where's Eldred at?
Eldred's standing in the middle of kind of that area where you left him, just kind of looking around as he goes and just kind of looking at around his feet and just kind of has this silly grin on his face.
Is he closer to us or to guys?
Closer to you.
I guess I'm waiting for them to come out.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You won't be waiting very long. I am scampering out of there as fast as my little feet can carry me.
Okie dokie.
Try not to step on any bunnies.
Kellen is with you, and he's got one in his hands and has this adorable smile on his face that you as long as you've known him, you haven't seen him have a look like that quite before.
Well, at least something good came out of this.
These are great. Did you do this?
I don't know. Well, I just wanted the lady to be nicer. I didn't think that
Well-
would happen.
I certainly feel nice. As I'm like, sort of like giving it some like head scratches. Like,
Well then, I guess it kind of worked.
huh? Is that how your magic works? You want someone to be nice, and then it randomly makes someone nice?
Never really tried that hard before. Maybe it is.
Oh.
Hmm.
Well, this is great. I mean, I this has definitely improved my mood.
I pet the bunny.
It just kind of its nose kind of just wrinkles up and it puts it kind of rests its head into the palm of your hand as you do it. Seems to really be enjoying it. And as you're doing it, an bright orange bunny with green stripes goes between your legs and down into another tent down the aisle.
Ooh,
Oh,
part of
this
me
is
wants
great.
to chase
Can I try?
after it, but
Can I try and dive on one with my hat? Catch it?
Sure. Give me a dexterity roll.
Just an ability. check?
Make it an unarmed to hit. As a matter of fact.
Pummel this bunny into submission.
I'll just take off the.
Take off the dagger part.
Yeah.
Can-
All right, so
I
that
got
would be
one
an
raising it
11.
on his
20,
short sword.
Perfect.
That would be an 11.
You just missed. Like, this thing kind of zigs and zags as you dive on it. You can keep trying if you want.
Just not your.
I'm with them again, right? They're out of the building.
Yeah, and at this point, Kellen, as you're sitting there with Butt Trumpet and the two of you are kind of cuddling this little bunny, you see Guy is kind of wading through these things down the marketplace towards you, kind of looking with this interesting look on his face as he's coming towards you.
Well,
Reed shouts out, "Get me one, guys! Get me one!"
I thought I was hallucinating because of the drinking. Well, I'm not, though. And when he hears that, fingers in the mouth, he gives a whistle and to see if he can animal handle some bunnies.
As Gaius
20.
Okay.
Not natural.
What ends up happening is Gaius puts his fingers in his mouth and gives this loud shriek of a whistle. And it's almost like when a large stone hits the middle of a pond. And instead of ripples of water going out to all the sides, it's circles of bunnies just start running away from him. They could have been going towards between his legs. Now every single bunny is headed directly out away from him.
Yep.
Well, that is not what you wanted to happen.
Kind of what I wanted to happen. Not what you guys wanted to happen. Mostly what he's like picking up his boot. He's like, I'm hoping I didn't kill one by accident.
You see people you see shop owners with brooms kind of trying to sweep them out from their stalls. You see a lot of little kids kind of going and diving on them the way Reed was. You see them kind of going down alleyways on the sides, and some of them are going into open shop doors where the doors are wide open. They're going into open shops. They're going beneath carriages and hansoms and carts. Now
Reed, don't open or don't eat any what appears to be opened chocolate drops laying around.
Eldred says,
okay.
Those will not be peppercorns.
No, I think we should leave. Like now-ish.
Nikita starts sneezing and nodding and achoo, achoo, achoo.
And apparently she is a very, very allergic to bunnies.
Oh. All right.
Well, in your pocket.
Okay.
You're going to have to probably let those go.
The big pocket, like the side pocket on my coat. I just slide the bunny in. Like,
okay.
All right.
Reed, do you want to make another shot?
Heck yeah, if there's one near me.
Okay. Well, there are a couple. They're beginning to kind of get to places where they can hide, but it's probably your best chance to make one or two more shots before they're kind of really hiding and out of sight.
Yeah, you want me to do animal handling or attack?
Give me the unarmed attack again.
Come on, I need a bunny.
I would say a 16 hits.
13? Wow.
You hit a bunny?
Unarmed would be 13.
Oh, it'd be 13?
Yeah.
Okay, then you go to scoop one and it squirts out one more time. Give me one more roll.
Guidance. Guys see guidance. I don't know why, but yeah.
13 again.
Okay,
Nope,
but you add a D4.
Oh, add a D4.
Because as you went to die for the first one, guy had slapped you on the backside, and now you know why. Okay, so we'll say you got one. Let me.
Yes.
This is a bright orange one that has yellow and pink stripes.
Nice.
Oh.
It's hideous.
It's like
Those colors don't mix well.
Reed kind of scowls at Gaius and sticks it under his hat.
And you see the
Well.
pork pie hat just kind of.
I hold it up.
That's how you're gonna fucking. I hope there's a hole or that hat's not freaking airproof.
My head can breathe in there. I'm sure we're good.
I don't. Yes.
Eldred says, I think Nikita is not doing real well. Maybe why don't I take her back to the inn to get her away from all of this?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meet back up
I'll
with
take
us
out-
once you're done.
Sure. You're headed where? Where should I meet you?
Point at the. I was talking to the one vendor. Did I successfully set up getting to, or just I got directions from him?
Yes, you did.
Okay. So.
So meet back here at the market over by.
No, by the bridge, going over onto the east side. Then
You got it.
Yeah.
So he takes Nikita, and they head back towards the Stone's Throw, and he's going to meet.
I will hand him the bunny.
Eldred says, "No, I think that's why I'm taking her back to the inn, but I appreciate it."
No, not for you, Eldred. It's my bunny. I want you to put Could you put it in my room? Could you put her in my room?
Sure, sure. Do you have something? I don't want to lose it. Do you have like a little sack or something?
A sack. I just.
Hold on.
Kill another bunny,
It-
skin it, make a sack out of it.
He reaches into the one side of his robes and seems to reach down really far, and he takes out like some little sacks out of there and goes and puts it in the other one, and he goes, here, put it in here. This is a deeper pocket. It'll be fine.
Okay. I'll just sort of gingerly place the rabbit in the pocket.
You as he goes, I'll put it in your room. Just let it run around the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
What can a bunny do, right?
As he turns and walks away with Nikita, you see the side of his robe just kind of go.
Aw.
This is going to have dire implications on the wildlife in the city. You know that, right? Where the next contract's going to be hunting rabbits.
What if the bunny
Not
catch
rats.
the horse disease?
Oh.
No.
Oh.
I hope the bunnies don't get the mud. That's not cool.
Bacchus willing.
That's not cool.
Anyway, let's leave the market before
Yeah, it's
But Trumpet is accused of black magic or something.
you head out of the market and you're headed down towards the bridge, and even like 6 blocks away you're occasionally seeing a bunny kind of go under some crates or something, or hidden down, like kind of hopping down an alley somewhere to your one side. You're like they've already spread out this far, and it's only been less than a half hour.
Whoops.
I hope the bunnies eat the giant rats and not the other way around.
Oh no.
I really love your optimism.
Yeah. I much rather kill bunnies than rats.
Do we want to
They're easier.
What?
And you can eat them.
now?
So where are we going?
But you haven't
Do we
eaten
wanna head
wild
over to
rabbit
the
before?
colonnade?
What was that, Kellen?
Do we want to head over to the colonnade? We're supposed to go see Moses. No, I guess not Moses anymore. Maru, about getting an updated writ.
Oh, yes, adding butt trumpet to the list.
Okay.
Yeah. Reed takes out his bunny, and I want to start holding it and petting it.
Okay.
Oh,
It just kind of, its nose just kind of wiggles, and it kind of, as you're petting it, just kind of leans into your hand, and it's just kind of, snuggling in there. And at first, it like it's kicking and trying to get away, but when you start petting it, it just kind of seems to cuddle into your hand as you're doing it.
Don't pet that too hard, buddy.
No, I'm not.
I've seen that go wrong
We
before.
saw the squirrels. This is better than the squirrels.
That
we
was.
saw.
I thought I was tripping again, like that squirrel incident with the bunnies, but those were both real. I don't know why. Why are these the things that happen on my adventures? Anyway, wild animals, great. You know what I miss? My horse. God, I miss that horse.
We're upgrading. Next time we're going to get puppies.
That's not an upgrade from a horse.
No. We went from squirrels to bunnies.
Yes, they're larger, I guess. I don't want the slow process.
You were able to feed the squirrels, but they weren't letting you touch them, really.
I know, that's what makes this so much better.
The guys flashing back, being surrounded by squirrels and wondering, is this how I go?
squirrels. Why did it have to be
It
squirrels?
have to be squirrels. And then that's when just the squirrel apocalypse. No, that didn't actually occur. Anyway, we're at the colonnade now, so
Yeah, it's about a 25-minute walk. You make it down to the colonnade, and as you get to the colonnade, you're walking around, and guys, give me a perception check, please.
okie dokie. How many bunnies are in here? 25.
Okay. You don't see any bunnies, but as you do pass some people, you do hear one of them say to the other, "Yeah, supposedly they're like the place was overrun with them." You know, her shop's a tiny little thing.
Wow, loose travels fast. At least the poor is going to eat well tonight. All the bunnies you can eat.
Oh,
You know that's what's going to happen.
oh no.
I don't want to think about it.
You don't want to think about feeding the poor, which is what you just did? You monster. Anyway, we're here at the colonnade now.
You make it over to the barracks, and some guards standing outside. You don't recognize these two. They're ones that you haven't seen before.
Hello. We have an appointment to see Captain Maru about our writ. We just need a updated signature.
Okay. Hope looks to the other guard and says, "Are you okay?" "Oh, I'm fine." Although the other one keeps looking down at Butt Trumpet, like with the head tilted, like, "Yeah, I'm fine." So the one goes in and comes out, and about 5 minutes later comes out, and there's Captain Moses again, and he says, yeah, follow me back if you want."
Going on back.
We
Head
do.
back to the office and says, "Okay, so you wanted to add someone to the writ, correct?"
Correct.
Okay. And looks down at Butt Trumpet and says, "Let me take a wild shot in the dark. Guess who?" And then
I'll
points
give
at
you
you,
two.
Reed, and says, "You, right?"
I just hold up the bunny, not the bunny.
Son of a bitch.
That's that's a pretty cute little bunny. Never seen them come in that color before.
I have a feeling you're going to experience more than you'll ever want soon.
Okay, that's strange.
Yes.
Strangely,
Ominous bunny news.
okay. So, my little goblet friend, what is your name?
Butt Trumpet.
Oh. 3 T's? 4 T's?
4, yes. 2 at the end of butt, 1 at the beginning and end of trumpet.
I will take care of that right away. And he just smiles to himself and says, you can just wait outside and I'll be right out with the new paperwork.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
And the guard kind of walks you back out. And not too long after that, he comes back out and hands you the writ that now, quite clearly adds butt trumpet to the writ.
Excellent. Thank you.
And says you're getting to be quite a merry band there in the sewers.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we
We
are.
just got new sewer clothes.
Oh, that sounds like a very good idea. You don't want to wear your Sunday best there.
No, definitely don't want to wear my vestments in there.
Wouldn't be appreciated. You get there and not there yet.
Well, I assume he had to backtrack and then come a little ways.
So you wait a little bit, and probably about 10 minutes, and then you see him kind of coming down the street towards the bridge.
How's Nikita holding up there, bud?
I kept her arm's length from me because of Kellen's new friend, and once we got a number of blocks away, the sneezing stopped. Got to the inn, and as far as I know, she was going to take a bath and then hop into bed, I believe. And Kellen, your roommate is in your room. That was real interesting trying to get out of the room and keep your roommate in the room, because when I opened the door, they made a B as in bunny line straight for the door until I finally had to pull the door shut, and then all was good. Give me a perception check, please.
That's another 25.
Okay. You
Rolling
notice,
18s right now.
You notice you're at the entrance to the bridge and you're there speaking to Eldred. As you begin to cross the bridge, you notice on the far side of the bridge, and around the area like of the porch, that kind of area of dead land on the other side of the bridge, there are a lot more guards than you've ever seen over there before.
Oh. Oh no. Oh my.
Usually you come across the bridge and you're lucky if you see one.
Yeah.
Just kind of leaning up on the side. But there's probably a good... If you look at that dead area of the porch and between the other side of the bridge and kind of set out at all the entrances to the streets off the porch, there's probably a good 15, 16 city guard just stationed here and there around all the openings to different parts of the different areas.
Let's go see what's up. Walk up. Hello, guardsman. At this point, Gaius is putting on his armor and strapping. I assume when I was waiting for Eldred, I did most of that. And
Okay.
gentlemen, what seems to be the problem?
The one guard says, "Hold up there, young man." And the other one says,
Oh, I thank
no,
you.
No. He's fine. He's fine.
I am.
He's like, but you want to go in the sewers? And the guy's like, no. Then let him pass. Okay? And you recognize the guard who's telling him to leave you alone as one of the guards that used to be at the barracks that you've seen there a couple of times.
Hot question here. Why so many here right now?
Well, it seems word has come down that we're not allowed to let any horses in from the eastern districts. None of them are allowed to cross the bridge.
The horse thing. Okay. I think it might be too little too late for that, but...
Quite possibly.
Yeah, those have already left the barn or stables or whatever that saying is.
Yeah. There are a number of stables over here that's... Shame for the people who run them, because I would imagine that they probably... Their herds are probably just going to be decimated by this.
Yeah. So that's the only reason you guys got so many over here? Is just the horses?
Yeah, they want to make absolutely sure that no frickin' horses enter into the western districts. Or
Are you telling the truth?
Give me an insight check.
Because at this point, I am now curious.
16?
Well, wait a minute.
I don't. Oh, was it just for Kellen?
Yeah.
Because I was talking with him.
Kellen, he seems to be straightforward.
Well, good enough for me. I trust the town guard.
Kellen looks at you funny.
What? They haven't lied to me yet.
That we know of.
I don't understand why everyone's so mistrusting of everybody else.
Because it's Dungeons and Dragons. Oop.
No, it's not. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Okay, so you're on the other side of the bridge. Where do you want to go?
I want to follow the directions that to Doily. So we're basically like trying to do a loop around the fart cloud of evil, following, like the water, sadly going through downwind and back up.
Okay, so you want to go the way that you've been going the last couple times, down through Fishtown, and then through downwind.
Basically staying as far away from the sickly cloud as possible.
Okay.
Basically around the perimeter is how I imagine the way you've described it, Paul. Basically.
Yeah. So
can we see the cloud? Is it still there?
Yeah. You as you cross over the bridge, basically you see it kind of hovering over the top of the buildings straight ahead, and kind of the whole kind of area within your vision. It starts a little bit off of the lake, and then seems to continue north until the cliffs. And it seems to be like just over the building tops, you see like a layer of this haze and fog.
So nasty.
You head towards the water, and you hit the docks, and you start walking. And as long as you're on the docks, you are you seem to have no exposure to the fog. But if you look to the north, like a number of what would be the equivalent of like a couple city blocks over, you can see the fog after a while starting there, and just kind of always being to your left as you're walking. And then when you get to the end where there's where kind of Fishtown and Downwind kind of come together.
Yeah.
Those last few blocks of Downwind seem to be clear, but then it's like walking into a wall of fog, that kind of greenish, yellowish, brown wall of smoke.
Yum.
And as you approach it, you can already get a good whiff of it, and it's... everyone give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, goody.
Oh boy.
This is where I start rolling bad. Nope, never mind. 20. Not natural, but
Wow.
Okay.
there you go, butt trumpet.
Kellen, you start feeling sick to your stomach and rather nauseous.
Oh, let's make this quick.
And somebody roll me a 20-sider. Any one of you can do it.
Who's
Yeah, I'll
got
do it.
Oh,
it? Go for it.
my bad.
Whoop.
I
Did
don't
you
know.
already do it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
18's good, I hope. It's one of those times it's like, hey, just roll a random d20. Higher or lower? Is that good?
Okay. You make it over a period of about 2 hours, I'd say. You can make it to that area on the other side of downwind to where that dead area surrounding the bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And you find yourself there.
Okie dokie.
Okay. And we're headed towards Goblin Town, so
Correct.
Yeah.
So you're very close to the gates of Goblin Town at this point. Gaius, give me a perception check.
That is a 13 for me.
When you're in this mist, this fog, it's funny how quiet things get. It's it's like that time after a blizzard if you go and walk out and there's that haze of snow just kind of filling the air and visibility's down, but there's like this echoing silence that just surrounds you. It's the silence is very similar in the fog here. And Gaius, you do periodically see shadows in the distance of your vision just kind of move maybe between buildings while you're in downwind. When you get out into that dead area surrounding the bitch, you might see one or two shadows just kind of moving at the extent of your vision within the fog. But you do make it to the gates of Goblin Town without any encounters whatsoever.
Are we out of
So I
the
pass
cloud when
along.
we get to the gate?
Pardon?
Are we out of the cloud when we get to the gate?
No, the Goblin Town is encased in this fog as well.
No.
It was only Fish Town that was free of it because of the air circulation coming off of the lake.
That wonderful lake effect weather. Usually a pain in the ass, but in this case, fart cloud repellent, apparently. So we enter Goblin Town, unless we have an issue with that for some reason.
You enter Goblin Town and you see all sorts of figures kind of rushing around. You don't see a lot of storefronts open, but there are a few. And when you get over to the pavilion by the cliff in the back, after you go through a number of areas of buildings and everything and shacks, it looks. Guys, give me another perception check, please.
Okie day. Let's see. Perception. 10.
10? That's just what you needed, actually. You notice that what was open when you went and made your order is shut. It's like the barn door is pulled shut, but you do see from like underneath that door, you do see the light of like fire from within.
Okay. So he closed his doors so he can continue to work without the cloud getting in. Good. Good. Is it just barn doors, or is there like a side door to his business?
It's kind of a metal door that was kind of pulled to the side. It's like a metal barn door, and this seems to be the only entrance that you know of.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it had like a smaller like door for people to access instead of having just the giant barn door.
Yeah, no, when you went in last time, it was this big opening. The front was open.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure if built in there was a smaller door in the barn door. I know certain barns have that for people just accesses it without having to drag the whole door out of the way 9 times out of 10.
No problem.
All right. I walk around the building real quick to see if there's like a smaller entrance, just so.
On the side with the cliff, there is a regular door.
Okay. I walk up to it and I knock. This is Taham's building, right?
Right.
Yeah.
There is no response whatsoever.
I kind of put my ear up to see, do I hear work going on?
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, 22.
You hear a little bit. You definitely hear kind of the roar of fire, of like the furnaces and the kilns and everything, and you do occasionally hear the pounding of a hammer on metal.
Okay, so
it's not as active as what you heard when you were here last time, but you hear a little bit of it.
Yeah, I was just seeing if it's loud enough in there to hide just somebody knocking on the door.
Because basically everything's set up with kind of metal that kind of reverberates and everything. Yeah. You think it's probably banging on this door probably would get some attention.
All right. I just wail on, well, not wail on it, but I definitely hit it so I am heard, we'll say.
Okay. The hammering stops.
Guys.
The hammering stops.
Yeah, I'm big and strong, but I don't know what to say. Master Ham, are you home?
There's a little bit of a pause, and then you hear a little voice goes, "Who that?"
Gaius, who dis?
It's poo porridge. What are you doing back here?
I am here to pick up my orders that I placed over a week ago now.
Go around to the front. Knock on the front.
On the front? Oh, okay. Looking suspiciously at the side door. Walk
it's
around
the back door. It's the exact opposite.
Okay.
Like you had to go the length of the pavilion, and it's the side of the building that's facing the cliff.
Okay. All right, I go around to the front door and bang on that.
Okay. And you hear
I'm assuming we're following him around, right?
I assumed he went back there by himself because no one said anything.
Oh yeah, no, I would have been I would wait at the front door.
Yeah,
me too.
Okay. And you hear another voice say, it's a similar voice, but it's obviously a different voice saying, "Can I help you?"
Picking up
we're here to get our
yeah. Placed an order with Master Ham over a week ago.
And you hear Chuckle Nuts, give me a hand. And you hear
these are all very upstanding names.
You hear the door kind of grating and slowly pulling, and it opens up enough to let the two of you in, and that one goblin that fitted you from the beginning and originally got Master Ham for you, looks through and says, "Ah, I was wondering when you would be here." And he turns around and says, "Thanks, Chuckle Nuts, I got it." And you see another goblin kind of wandering back into the darkness. And he says, come on in.
Thank you.
We go in.
Yeah, we go in.
Okay.
Yeah, trail along with.
Okay. And he says, Master Ham is not here. He does not come out when the smoke is out. But I have your armor, and I know he let me know what the agreement is. So I can take care of you if you don't mind dealing with a lowly goblin like myself.
Oh, please, sir. I don't. The fact that you're a goblin does not matter to me.
Ah, very good. And this goblin looks up and sees Butt Trumpet, kind of looks at you and says, "Are you with them?"
I am.
Yeah, they're with us.
The goblin looks at Butt Trumpet and says, "Magabo, and I'll get your stuff right away." And goes,
Little fist bump.
"Yep."
Standard goblin meeting tradition.
Turns around and seems to have a better skip in their step as they go back.
Fuck yeah.
I look
goblins
over
taking
to Kellen and go, I'm a goblin.
Magabo.
Apparently. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Couple of other goblins they start putting things on the table that was like the counter.
Yeah.
You hear like a enthusiasm in the voice that wasn't there before. Grab that, okay. And they come around and they put everything on the counter. And he turns around and he says, "Very good, sir. He says, the deal is I need 90 gold pieces plus a chainmail shirt from you."
Yep. And at which point he takes it off, lays it on there, puts down the 90 gold. So at this point, we should have 2 leathers that were enhanced to studded leather,
Correct?
a 3rd studded leather armor, and splint mail.
Where was the 3rd studded leather for?
That was for me to hide when we were like over on the other side.
Gotcha.
So I won't be wearing. I won't have. But like the secret, when Gaius needs to be stealthy, apparently.
Gotcha. I'll be honest with you. I totally forgot about that one, but I'll just put it in there.
It's been a while when we made this deal in game a week ago.
Okay.
In reality, months ago.
Right. Okay. So the goblin looks and hands each of you and kind of Kellen hands you yours. Hands Reed his. And you see it's a fine bit of work. These are nice studs that like the entire suit of armor has been studded, but yet you notice that like under the arms it's devoid, so that there's not a problem there. It's lined up to look really sharp in the front. Looks really good. And there's even a thin layer of leather added to the inside, so as not to have any of the studs, any of the metal touching your skin if you wear nothing underneath for some reason, or you're not going to have the metal coming any closer to. There's always going to be at least a layer of leather between you and the armor.
Nice.
Gaius, yours, you are very surprised because it's very nice splint mail. It's obviously a really class job, but you notice that the actual splint, the pieces of metal on the armor, all seem to have it's like they've been put to fire. And they have kind of a purple sheen to them. And every
Tasteful.
now and then there's a little bit of a green kind of tinge to the purple, but it's the purple that stands out. And the goblin says, I mentioned to Master Ham about your faith, and we thought you might like this.
Did you now? How many goblins are in the area? Like, how
Right?
many
Are you
workers
asking
are
me
present?
or this goblin?
Paul.
Okay.
It's what do I see with my eyes?
Okay.
That's kind of what I'm asking.
You see this goblin just on the other side of the counter. You see the goblin that you recognize as Chuckle Nuts, kind of off to the side working, and there's another one that has, they put their first pile of leather armor down and has gone off, and they're just continuing to walk back into the darkness.
You've done excellent work, and thank you for pointing at the ham. Bacchus is a gracious god, and also just remember, he accepts all, at which point Gaius puts out another gold piece. This is for you personally, and then lays out however many goblins are currently working of silver, one of each for your compatriots here. For the excellent craftsmanship.
Thank you, sir.
And a pamphlet.
Was waiting for that one.
My name is Snogwallop, sir, and I thank you dearly. That's very kind of you. And Chuckle Nuts, come here. And hands him a silver. That is from this gentleman here, and I will get the one for poo porridge, and I think we need 2 others after that. So, thank you, sir. Thank you, and make sure that everyone gets a pamphlet. And Snogwallop hands him out and looks over his shoulder at you, and you see him like looking at Chuckle Nuts and going, like winking. You can almost see.
Yeah. Hey, free wine. That's usually pretty much what our sermons are.
You hear Chuckle Nuts go, well, fuck yeah.
At which point, guys just starts strapping on the splint mail.
You do notice, like, after this, like, they all start being, like, almost, not quite skipping, but there's a perk in their step as they're going about their business.
Yes.
Like, it seems like being treated nicely just goes so far with them, and the coin didn't hurt either.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it didn't hurt any, but... And now I can retire this chainmail. It has served me well. And say hello to Splint Mail. And me sounding even more like a bunch of pots and pans when I'm doing things.
Hello, Splint Mail, my old friend.
Hello, armor class of 19, which is only going to drive Paul up the wall even further.
At this point,
I'm assuming we owe for.
Nope, you guys are taken care of. I made the deal all myself.
Oh.
So armor up with your stud, and your AC's returned to something normal.
Start putting Reed in his nope, left arm through. Thank you. And just start.
You gotta pull the bunny out.
Yeah, I'm moving the bunny wherever I can to keep him safe.
Faceting his and say thank you in Goblin to the first one. You said his name is
Snogwallop.
I'll give him a Goblin thank you.
His eyes go wide and says, "Oh, well, thank you, sir. It is our pleasure." When you were getting Reed situated, Reed took out the bunny so the bunny wouldn't get crushed, and you hear from Chuckle Nuts behind Snogwallop go, "Aww," and like they all come up and they're like, "Can we pet him?" and, and all these little goblin hands come out, and you hear Chuckle Nuts go, "Poo Porridge, come here, come here."
Oh God, the names.
And all these little goblin hands are reaching over the counter and giving the bunny scritches and pets and everything. And you hear, oh, it's so cute. Boy, look at that color. That's amazing.
I'm pretty sure it's a magic
Helen
bunny.
and kind of share a knowing smile with him.
You did it. See? Apparently, it makes everyone happy.
Thank you.
You're really good at this.
Thank you, Kellen.
Well, thank you. I've never had a pet before that wasn't. We'll talk about my pet experience later.
Okay.
That's weirdly ominous.
Completely oblivious. I just smile and go, okay.
Okay, so anything else here to do at Master Ham's?
Oh gosh. You guys got any +1 magic items laying around? I'm just fucking with you.
Snogwallop looks at you and says, "Get serious."
I was only partially serious. There's more hope, but I think we're good.
Okay. Snogwallop says, "If we could make magic, we wouldn't be in Goblin Town, I have a feeling."
You know what? That is a solid argument.
You hear Pooh Porridge in the background going, "Yep, franchise then."
You guys got to head in the right space at least.
You hear Chuckle Nuts go, "Location, location, location."
So important.
Okay, so you head out of Master Ham's?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we need anything from Nikita? That's where we're about to walk out.
I guess we'll have to ask her. Look down at Butt Trumpet. See? You're great at this. People like you already.
Maybe they do.
Just don't do the bunny thing again.
Yeah, do puppies next time.
That's like a once a city thing. No, don't do puppies. I can just imagine the pack of wild dogs going through the city in a few years.
Eldred looks down at Butt Trumpet and says, "Do you take requests?"
I
because if
didn't
you
even
do-
know there was anything to request.
Horses.
Butt Trumpet, you hear Gaius say horses.
What?
Knowing where those bunnies came from, you hear Gaius say horses.
Don't.
I don't know where they came from.
What would you like to do?
Gosh, we probably want to go back and hopefully Nikita will be pasture fit or whatnot.
Stop
If
by
not-
the old apothecary. Get something to help
Some-
with the sniffles.
Yeah.
So, do you want to head back the way you came? Do you want to go the same way? What do you want to do?
I probably head back, follow the path we took, right? Least amount of time in the
Yeah.
fart cloud and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone roll me a 20-sider, any one of you.
All right. Hands off this time. Someone else do.
Who's got
I'll
it?
go for it.
The
All
butt
right.
trumpet.
Da-da-da-da.
Lucky 13.
I don't
It's
know if that's
actually
how that
easy
works.
lucky number.
That was. They have a -1 to their stat, so 12.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, that's
Yeah. It's Constitution saving throw.
18.
Whoops.
Great job.
Terribly sorry.
Okay, so that's a good roll, and what I'm going to say is, with that roll, you make it out of Goblin Town, you make it across that dead area by the bitch, you make it through downwind to Fishtown, and then you make it through Fishtown to the bridge, into the city, and up to the library district to the Stone's Throw. Now, when you do go through that area around the bitch and through downwind, guys, you still periodically see shadows in the distance and everything. And once or twice you did hear like a scream in the distance. But you kind of were focused on where you were going at the moment and just stayed together. So we'll say that you make it back to the Stone's Throw. You do notice that you seem to have that coated in a layer of that dust as you get there.
I poke my head into Butterbeer. I'm like, yeah, we need that thing again.
Butterbeer rolls his eyes and says, go around back. And that is where we'll end it for this evening.
Through fighting technical difficulties. No true battle greater than the technical difficulties.
Probably a good idea to cut it short with the issues that we've had. Okay. Folks, thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for those who have stayed with us and given us a shot. We apologize for any trouble that may have been caused, if the signal was a little off or any of that. So now that our friends are armored and dangerous, where will they go next? What will they do? What is on their itinerary? And what are these bunnies that now seem to be overtaking the market and then some? What about the horses and that sickness? Tune in next week to find out. Same Grognard time, same Grognard channel, same Grognard everything. So until next week, take care of each other. Continue to be patient and wonderful as you are. But above all, remember, be kind.
Sign up now for the new crusades. Oh, teach us how your bombs are made. The hijack media mission games. You tell the bombardier it's bombs